It is good, but with a little help from the messenger. Down goes the 7-pin. Up go the hands of Remy in praise.
Zara Glover, Deandra Asbadi behind, looking on with interest. And probably not the best strike that Remy has ever bowled in his life. Slow on speed, crossing the head pin, and very lucky, yes Zara, very lucky to get that 7-pin out.
He's a lucky boy, and Zara knows it.
Well, it's the double that Remy was looking for. So that's all important, keeping him very much in the race. With only 2 frames to go. Moor, frame 8, working on a spare.
Crowd liked it. Moore wasn't so convinced, but he got it in the end, and fellow England international teammate Zara Glover gives him a warm round of applause.
Absolutely, really couldn't afford not to strike here. Just keeping his lead. Absolutely got back in the pocket and ripped the rack. 2 errant shots earlier on, frames 6 and 7, and he's now back in.
It's almost as if competing hurts Paul Moor on the inside. He has to work so hard just to keep it all in control and keep the focus. But that's the way he plays, and he wins.
Both players on strikes. 1 pin advantage to Paul Moor. Both players want to make the final. Paul for the 3rd time, hopefully. Oh, Remy, you are a lucky man. You have crossed the head pin to the Brooklyn side, and you've hit 3 strikes in a row.
Just call him Mr. Brooklyn at the moment. It's working, though.
You don't know how valuable that ball is. Remy does. Not a beam of emotion on his face.
Incredible, isn't it?
I can't believe that. That was terrible. Could he be in trouble now? He's lost his strike shot, his proper strike shot. He's lost for the last 2 frames. He's been very lucky to make 2 strikes. Now he's got the 10th frame coming up.
Well, he'd be a brave man to stay where he is at the moment, wouldn't he?
It could cost him, couldn't it? Moor, frame 9, the foundation frame, working on a strike, looking for the double. Let's make it a good one, Paul.
Almost exactly the same, both in delivery and crowd reaction to the last one, and a few of the fans on their feet. They think that might be the one that Paul Moor needed, but it's very, very close. This is not over.
Both players have, well, frames 8 and 9 both have struck. There is still the 1 pin difference in Paul Moor's favour as they go into frame number 10, the last frame of the match.
Oh, wow. What a finish.
And it will be Paul Moor to finish. So, Remy, what can you do? A spare's probably not going to be any good. Strike on the first ball to give you the opportunity to make 2 more.
He can ask the question here, can Remy but that's all he can do. Made the change and made it well. That's a cracking strike from Remy under the severest of pressure.
Absolutely, yes, he really was. Hard and straight. Took his luck, said his prayers, and ripped the rack. 2 dodgy strikes beforehand, we have to say, but that one was absolutely perfect.
What a great picture.
Well, he takes himself, I thought he'd taken a re-rack for a minute, but he hasn't. Earns himself 2 bonus balls. Everything that Remy does in frame 10, Paul Moor has to do. Talk about going to the wire.
Goodness me. Well, you're right, Cass. That's a really nice way of looking at it from here on. Paul Moor's going to have to replicate, and the worst thing for him is that he knows the next time he gets out of the chair, he's got to strike. Wow.
The door of opportunity opens for Paul Moor.
He can't believe it, can he? The big shout of sit. He wanted it to sit into the pocket. But too much reaction. Got a little heavy on the head pin. And he just didn't get the carry.
No, that 6-pin set in, the 4-pin set into the gutter. It wobbled, but it didn't hit the 7-pin. Could be very costly. Paul Moor The final is in your hands. 2:23 for Remy. It's a good game. It's a 471 aggregate. Will it be enough?
So Ong has to sit and wait. Can't do anything about it from here. It's all about his opponent now. Paul Moor for a place in the World Tenpin Masters final for the 3rd year in a row. A tournament that he's desperate but yet to win.
Must strike situation. Can he carry 10?
Tremendous effort. Oh, wow. Well, he took some big risks on that ball, but it's paid off.
Talk about hit them thin, make them spin. Paul Moor doubles, makes it a turkey. In fact, a light hitting ball on the head pin and just mixes them around. And look at the body language. 1 foot in the final.
It's all still on for Moor. What's he got to do with this next ball, Cass?
Well, 9 spare, and he's there by pin.
Oh, goodness me. So, the adrenaline coursing through Moor's veins. He knows that he has to control that. He's got to come up with the same again.
Same reaction anyway. Needs 10. Let's go there, Paul.
Well, he's still got work to do. Incredible. Oh, dear me, the crowd know it as well. Silence as they realise that Moor's got to get the spare ball out to put it away. He's shouting it down the lane, but he couldn't shout down the pins.
Situation, young Paul, is that you need to spare this 7-pin to win the match by a pin and to go in the final.
Well, this is when the target suddenly looks very small indeed. 60 feet away, and he's got to slide this spare ball from one side of the lane to the other and arrive absolutely on the nail for a place in the final.
There he goes.
He's got it. Paul Moor makes it 3 in a row, and you just couldn't tell who was going to win that match. This was a ding-dong battle from start to finish. The crowd are on their feet for Paul Moor. Let's hope they're on their feet for Remy Ong as well, because he gave a superb performance in that semi-final. But in the end, it is Paul Moor with a score of 4-7-2 who takes it. We say so long to Remy Ong. He's on 4-7-1. It's a Moor Belmonte final.
Tenpin just doesn't get any better than this. Just 1 pin separating the great players. Paul Moor held his nerve and is through to the final, but he'll have to do it all over again to win the title. He's up against Jason Belmonte, and although it's his 3rd appearance, surely this year has got to be the one for him.